Today, I'd like to talk about what they call the passport brothers or the passport bros. Now, in case some of you may not have heard about them, passport brothers are predominantly African American men who have decided they are now going to travel outside America or leave the women in the West and go find a wife in some third world country. Could be in South America, Africa. Actually, most of them actually go to Asia. Now, the reason they give for leaving the women in the West is because they feel that they are no longer appreciated. They feel that the women in the West have become too much into feminism, and so their masculinity has actually been taken away from them, that is, from the men. And so they feel they need the traditional woman who will appreciate and, in their words, be submissive. Now, what is my take on this? I feel that this is something that was coming a long way ago because there's been a change in the way the world is going. Yes, women are no longer that traditional stay at home, cook for you, look after you, wash your clothes, and be your kind of servant thing. Women are now more independent. Most women are now working. So some men are not able to deal with this. They still expect women after they've come from work and after they've been trying to make a living for the family too, to come back home and still do those other chores at home, which is, to be honest, being a bit unreasonable. But at the same time too, some of these men do have a point in that their masculinity has been taken away from them. But do we blame the women? No. I think the reason why most women are now more into feminism, girl power, is because some of the men have not stepped up. Instead of being the man and taking care of doing what a man is supposed to do, some of these men have actually leaned back, lean back, like the song goes, and let the women take over. So what do you expect? If you want to stay at home or you don't want to pull your weight, naturally the woman will come and she will then take your place. Some of the men can argue that it's the system that's doing it to them. More African American men, yes, are in jail at the moment. And they say it's the system that's pushing them to those crimes. But is it really? Sometimes we like to blame other people for what we ourselves should be taking responsibility for. I mean, nobody forces you to go into drugs or to join gangs. There are other jobs you could do. It's just that people just want the fast money. And so you obviously pay the consequences for that. And for them now to say, oh, these women don't appreciate us, so we're going to go elsewhere. I can see their point. Agree and I don't agree. For example, yes, if you are in a situation where people don't appreciate you and they're just bringing you down, constantly slagging you and not uplifting you, you don't want to be in that kind of environment. That's a toxic environment. What you will do is you go somewhere else where you will be appreciated. But at the same time, if you flip the coin, hey, why don't you then step up? Look at yourself and see what is it that you need to do so that you can be the man that you are supposed to be. I know they say, do not let other people's opinion of you determine who you are. But if the criticism is constructive and it's out there to make you a better person, then yes, look at the criticism and see what weaknesses you have and work on them so that you can become a better person. Don't run away. The women are upset because the man leaving. So you find there's lots of videos now on YouTube or on Instagram and TikTok, women making all these videos, and the situation is now so, it's actually a joke because it's like men again. Fine, that's why people like Andrew Tate come about, because he's obviously saying, man, you need to step up. And that's one good thing about him. He does say the men need to be more man. The only problem is view of the women. Because I feel that the women are actually doing the right thing. They are seeing that, the men are not stepping up, so they will step up. But as they step up, you man, we need to step up more too. Meet them there, go further. They're pushing us along the way. You say we need somebody that we struggle together and so that we can progress. But how are we going to progress if one side is pulling the other one down? Now, I do have a bit of experience with trying to find someone on the other side across the ocean, thinking that maybe that would be better. See, because first I got married to somebody from the West. That did not last long. It only lasted about 2 years. So I thought, I am going to go for somebody from the motherland. And unfortunately, that relationship too didn't last long. Lasted about 5 years. And maybe some will say, well, the reason is you brought her over here, you should have stayed over there. Because that's the argument that some of these pastor brothers are saying. Find a woman, stay there, be with her there. Don't bring her over to the West because she will get influenced by these Western beliefs and cultures. But what I know and what I have seen from my own personal experience is that we men need to fix ourselves up first. If there are issues that we have, if we are broken inside, if we are not able to take care of women properly, what makes you think that you will be able to take care of another woman somewhere else? Fix yourself up, be a better person, and then go into another relationship. Don't go there broken and give those other people, because yes, you will go to another country and they'll be excited to see you because you're different, different from what they have over there. You're coming from another country, you got new ideas, you different way of thinking, so they like that. But if you still have the same hang-ups, the same problems, the way you're treating women like they are servants, that's not going to last long too. Because it's time for men to understand and accept that this is now a new age that we're living in. There is equality for all. Women are equal to men, in case you did not know that. So for men and a woman to have a successful relationship and for them to work together, the men also need to step up. There are other men right now in the West who are able to successfully have relationships with women over here. How are they able to do it? Look and see, learn from them. They say success leaves clues. So what is it that they are doing that you are not doing? You need to look at that. Instead of, oh no, it's not working out, I'll take all my money and run off to another country and it's cheaper over there and I will be able to live over there. Do you know how it is to live over there in a third world country? Yes, it may be cheaper, but sometimes the standard of living is not what you are used to. The services that you're used to in America or anywhere in the West is not the same. You can't just buy things online like you can over here on Amazon, eBay. Sometimes you can't. They don't deliver over there. They don't have those facilities. They don't always have Wi-Fi available. And how are you going to sort out your citizenship, your paperwork for your immigration citizenship? Okay, you get married, and that eventually that gets worked out because you're married over there. Then you can get your citizenship. But it's a long process. It's not like how it's done over here, where it's done more efficiently. There, you probably have to bribe, and there's a whole lot of corruption. I am now, obviously, I am not saying this in any derogatory form, but I'm just being realistic that it's not always greener on the other side. And for one, I am not saying do not go. I am all for it. People go. If you don't have to just stay in one place and say, oh, I'm just gonna live in this one country and marry the women over here. Feel free if that tickles your fancy to go out and meet other women from another country and get married over there. That's fine. That's what life is all about. We were not meant to stay in one place like a tree that just grows in one place. The world is massive. The world is big. Meet other people. Meet other cultures. That's fine. But do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because you're a failure where you are, and then you think you're going to go take your problems and your mess and make a mess elsewhere. That is just so wrong and it's unfair. You're messing up other people, other people's places there. Sort yourself out first where you are, my passport brothers. And then, when you are a better person, better than you were yesterday, better than when you were in your previous relationship, then go and find somebody in that other country where you want, if you like somebody in that other country, or stay where you are, and then bring something better, put something better into that new relationship. Don't expect to take, but give, and you will be in a much happier space, and you will find more contentment and happiness in your relationship. That's my advice to all the passport brothers.